Hello, 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 and welcome to Full Send with Abuga. Today we have Mr. Owen Fox. Owen, how you doing, man?
Good. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Of course, man, this interview has been long coming. I'm very excited. I got a lot of great things to ask you. You've had a pretty great 2025 season. How do you feel about it so far?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
I feel very accomplished. It was definitely my strongest season so far.
yeah,
And obviously I didn't accomplish everything I was sort of looking to do going into this season, but I do feel like I accomplished a lot of the things I was hoping to do, and the momentum is taking me in the right direction.
yeah. That's great to hear, man. What sort of lessons did you take away from 2024 leading into this season?
Um, I think
Hmm.
a lot of fine tuning sort of came out of 2024.
Yeah,
I think, there was something to be said about paying attention to the details, like the real minutia,
yeah.
is something that I realized was more and more important. And so this year I came in and tried to
Mhm.
be as precise as possible and really, dot my I's and cross my T's with everything I did.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and the big thing for me was um like my push, and I guess we'll
Uh-huh.
talk about this later and as well, but the 2024 is when I realized that I was being like completely handicapped by my ability to start off the line.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time over the off season sort of working on that and improving that, and obviously um I'm not going to beat Harry or Frenchie off the line at the moment, or I didn't have that in me this year.
Yeah.
But being able to sort of be at the front and race with those guys and not really struggle um, allowed me to be in contention a lot more.
Yeah, man. You definitely have been more consistent this season, I'd say as well. And I think one of the things I admire most about you is that you're extremely talented and you're able to always work your way towards the front and also consistently make it into finals. Like a lot of these heats are stacked, man. So the fact that you're in a lot of the finals is pretty dope. But when you say dot the I's and all that, like what does that entail? Is that like talking about setup, talking about like your suit on the day, helmet choice,
Yeah, I
wheels?
think just
Yeah,
just a little bit of everything.
yeah,
There's always those things that you can dial in,
yeah,
and I think like when I deliberately sort of put my mind to really
yeah.
really all the little details. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, like suit adjustments or
Hmm.
making sure you're wearing the right kind of knee pads in your suit that they fit better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, we use a notebook. We all use notebooks at the track to sort of
yeah,
like note down lap stuff, technical adjustments. So I've just been a lot more conscious about how I'm adjusting my setup, how I'm approaching a race weekend,
yeah.
sort of doing run plans, like knowing what I want to work on before I even get to the track.
Right.
Um, and that just allows it to be more deliberate. Like everything I'm doing is more deliberate and less. I think the classic way to do it, which is you show up at the track and you're like, oh, all right, this feels good, and you kind of just vibes base your way to
Hmm.
pace. Um, so yeah, just trying to be more deliberate and approach it like mechanically and systematically um, has allowed for me to push past some boundaries.
So like, what, for example, like how was that a how did you use that approach in Austria? Like it was a new track, no one's ever skated it before. So what kind of challenges did it bring about for you skating it?
Um, yeah, I mean, definitely. Like I would say the new tracks almost
Yeah,
are a challenge, and like there's some give and take because
yeah.
there's no established way to skate it.
Hmm.
So which can be inconvenient because you have to figure it out. But there's also something nice about there's nothing to tarnish
Yeah.
your perception of how you should be skating the track.
Right.
Because frequently you'll go to a road that's been skated before and you've seen the videos of people skating it in years
Yeah.
past, and so you go into it with that as sort of the baseline, and that's the proper way to skate the road. Um, and then it turns out on day two that in this day and age with the technology and the skill that we have, you should be approaching it differently.
Right.
And so I kind of just like going into it with no bias,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to figure it out for myself. But Austria was pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a pretty simple track
Yeah.
on paper. Um,
Pretty
there's
fast.
obviously super fast, yeah,
Yeah.
but that doesn't, that's not complicated. Um,
Yeah.
it's just fast. It's intense, but the track itself was relatively simple. We did track walk before, had some notes. We did have video footage for this track.
Yeah.
Um, like there were some raw runs that had been filmed on this road, so we sort of had some idea of what would happen, of like the timing between corners. Um, so then, yeah, when we arrived on practice day one, I had like a
Mm-hmm.
whole note sheet written out of
Yeah.
uh, what I wanted to feel out, what I thought the run was going to look like, and kind of went from there.
Nice. Um, I was talking with Frenchie and Harry, and they were like, um, one thing that they had to do was sort of change around the setup because there was like going 120 and with the pavement not being perfect, they were saying there were like waves in the pavement, like they're getting a bit of twitchiness. Did you have that issue as well, or was it all smooth sailing for you?
Oh no, I had the same
Yeah,
issue. Yeah, I don't know if they've explained it, but we
yeah,
all kind of run like a base setup that
uh huh,
we use as like our neutral point.
right,
And for the ZM ones, it's like 55 degrees in the front, 23 degrees in the rear.
yeah,
At least me and Frenchie, I think Harry runs the same, but me and Frenchie run the same as like our base. And that just sort of it does everything well. And you can go, you know, more aggressive or more stable. It's
right,
pretty easy to swap back and forth. So, yeah, I definitely ended up pretty quickly dropping my rear down to 20. Um, there was just like, that's a balancing act. Like the
mm-hmm.
decision to drop it or to bump it up is a balancing act of, do I feel like I'm going to lose too much turning ability in the corners,
Yeah,
or is the stability benefit worth it? And here, like, the corners were easy, and you definitely lost a little bit when you dropped the rear down. But what we all kind of came to the same conclusion of is the race
mm-hmm.
was entirely won or lost in the
In the
straightaway.
straight, yeah,
Like there was almost nothing to be done up top as long as you didn't get
didn't
totally
crash,
dropped.
yeah,
Yeah. So for me at least, it was an easy decision of, as long as I can get to the straight
mm-hmm.
relatively on pace with everyone, I'd way rather be planted and like in control in the straightaway.
Yeah,
So dropped the rear, went to 20, bumps kind of went away. Um,
that was it.
that was it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, you can obviously still feel them, but
Yeah,
you can just lean into it,
power through,
and yeah, and you're not going to feel them too much.
yeah,
The rogues really like the rogues really like impress me consistently, actually, with how, like, and I'm
yeah,
saying this like genuinely as a lover of the game here, like they do impress me with how good they are at uh at holding it down, going really fast.
yeah. Same man. Walk
Oh
us
yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
Walk us through your race, man. Like, you did pretty well to get into finals, but like, could you like give us a play-by-play of how it went down?
Yeah. I don't. I
Yeah,
think I remember every heat. I think I remember most heats. I mean, it was
yeah,
I had really good pace there. I think I qualified third. I
yeah,
think third. I think I
yeah,
qualified third. And so like I know that, um I have like a very strong pace advantage, especially in the earlier rounds.
Yeah.
So I kind of use that as like a, I try to use it as like a mental momentum booster,
Right. Yeah.
where you can like, like build confidence during the day.
Hmm.
Because you really need to be in
The
like a
right
strong
mindset.
mindset
Yeah.
for like semifinals or finals. So I just try to like be strong, just race my race. So first round, I'm pretty sure I just kicked out in front.
Yeah.
And unless are we watching first round right now, or is this
I th-
quarterfinals?
I think this is first round because I think there were 4 heats, so this
Oh
is
yeah, so never mind.
yeah.
So I didn't kick out in first. I kicked out in second behind Antonio.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, I remember this.
But
This was a good heat actually. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This is round one. Um, Yeah, I kicked out in second behind Antonio. I passed him pretty early on, and then just kind of ran my race to the bottom. Um, I actually was, I do remember being kind of concerned here. Jack Plummer has
Yeah.
a very strong kick, because
Yeah.
he's just massive, and
Tall guy.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and I hadn't actually gotten to race anybody since I'd been doing my like kick work in the off season. This was like the first race back. So I really
Yeah.
had no idea where I was going to stand up. Um, so I was nervous about that, but took it pretty easy. Tried to just get the lines down and
Yeah.
um, and move on to quarters. Quarterfinals. I'm trying to remember. Um,
Let's see if we can get it. I think this is it.
let's. Oh yeah, me Buku. Yeah. Um, Another strong one. I'm pretty sure I lead this one from the beginning, but this is another one where I'm just trying to build confidence. For me,
Hmm.
this weekend was big about the push. So when
Yeah.
I'm trying to build confidence, I'm trying to like every heat I'm doing like I'm race kicking as well as I can because that's what I suck at. So I'm
Yeah.
just trying to like warm that up and practice that as much as I can, like in a real world scenario. So um, I think I probably lost again to Antonio because he's just that boy off the
Yeah. But
line.
you're right. You're right behind him. What are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing for your push exactly? Like, what exercises are you doing? You
Um,
can share the secrets.
I mean,
Success.
it's a lot. I would say that like I'm just in the gym a lot
Yeah.
doing leg strengthening exercises, so, like squats,
Yeah.
lunges, like Bulgarian stuff, and then a good bit of explosive work,
Hmm.
box jumps, that sort of stuff. And then last winter we did like a block of sprinting work where we went
Right.
to like an actual track and we worked with like a sprinting coach. And like I can't sprint. I've never sprinted. I ran cross country when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
I never ran a 100-meter dash in my life.
Down.
So I was like I looked insane the first day we sprinted. Like I had
Yeah.
no idea. I had no coordination there. And so I actually did a lot of work to like learn the biomechanics of sprinting.
Hmm.
Um, I am not a good sprinter. That has not changed, but I
Improved.
definitely
Yeah.
improved. And just sort of understanding like what makes a sprinter work and like how the leg extends and how your body like explodes out.
Yeah.
Learning those principles was really helpful, and then sort of applying those back to the skateboard push,
Yeah.
and just sort of like being again like being it comes back to being deliberate and doing things like deliberately. And now like the movements I'm doing in a push are on
Hmm.
purpose and not just like an instinctual sort of
Thing.
movement.
Yeah.
And that helped quite a bit. Oh,
Nice, man.
that's a brutal crash to watch every time.
Yeah.
Antonio just on his
Oof.
face. Oh,
Damn.
he almost had it. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I, Austria was very tough. Very, very tough, man. There was a lot of
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of crashing. It's tough to race a track that sort of all choke points into one corner.
Yeah.
Like it's bound to happen. Like there's going to be crashes. There's no way around it.
As we all saw. It was crazy
Yeah.
watching from home. So like you were talking about like mentally building that confidence. So, as someone looking from the outside, you definitely have the skill. When it comes to race day, would you say a lot of it is mental? Like having the confidence that I can make it down to the bottom first, I can make it to this heat. Is it all, how much does that affect you?
I think that's
Yeah.
a huge. I don't want to put a percentage number to it, but
Yeah.
it's a huge part of um, like being successful in a
Yeah.
race. Obviously, the skill factor is
Important.
undeniable,
Yeah.
and like you can't be there without that. But there are a lot of people, like there are plenty of guys who are um, like talented at that level or
Yeah.
close to. And I think what separates like top racers from the rest of the pack is a mental game more than anything.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think there's just like an idea of, oh my God,
This was the worst. This was horrible, man.
I hated this. I hated this with my whole heart and soul.
But you had to do
Like,
it. You had to do it.
and
Yeah.
then I hosed myself immediately.
You're the
I
sacrificial
I,
lamb.
I knew I was screwed.
Damn.
Oh, that's brutal. That hurts to watch, actually. Um, Yeah, I think it's a mental thing of having the confidence to say,
Hmm.
no, like I do, like I belong here. I belong in the semifinals. I belong in the
Yeah.
finals. Someone told me this a long time ago, and I don't really remember who, but they kind of talked about this, and it might have been Harry even, just kind of talking about if you believe you're a quarterfinals racer, you'll make
Yeah.
quarterfinals all the time. But then it's tough to go from a quarterfinals racer to a
To the
semifinals
finals
racer
race.
and continuing like that. But if you really believe that you are like a semifinals racer
Yeah.
and you have the skill to match that, like you will consistently do that. Um, and it's tough. He told me this, I believe, in 22 when I was very comfortably a quarterfinals racer. Um, I
Yeah.
like I like came overseas my first time and I thought I was something and never
Yeah.
made it out of quarterfinals in all of 2022. And I just got bodied. And
Damn.
he was like, "It'll happen." And so I've now then was a semifinals guy for a while, and now I feel very confidently that I'm a finals
Finals
guy, and
guy.
I belong in the finals,
Yeah.
and that's a I think it allows you to race less like jittery,
Yeah.
like the nerves kind of go away a little bit because instead of being like, "Oh my God, I might make this finals," there's almost a feeling of like, of course I'm going to make the
Gonna be
finals.
finals.
Like
Yeah.
I'm here to win the finals. And so that kind of I think
Translate.
levels the
Yeah.
nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The psychology of it is fascinating. I would love to like, have someone look at all of our heads.
Yeah. They'll find we're all crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's interesting, man. And there really is no shortcut. There's just experience or delusion, maybe.
Yeah. I mean I think it's experience more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Like obviously there are um no, I was gonna say there are people who are an exception, but really even the
Yeah.
guys who come out super young, like Bouclier or like Brahms in 2019, like
Hmm.
they didn't just come out of nowhere,
Yeah.
like they were super young, achieving like race wins at the top level, but like it's not like that was Brahms's first season in 2019,
Yeah.
there was a
Build
ton
up.
of experience there. He'd just started racing so young, and so I think it is experience more than anything, and that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everyone says. It's the intangible. You can't train that. Like you have to get experience. Um,
Tough. This is the tough part.
yeah,
But walk us through this crash, man. What happened here? Like you're in the back, you're seeing everything
I'm in the
unfold.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know. The
You just saw Harry explode.
I've argued about this one a bunch, and I
Yeah.
wasn't really involved too bad, so I don't have too much to say. I don't
Yeah.
think that. Um, yeah, I think that's just like textbook what
Yeah.
happens when you everything ends in a 120 km/h hairpin.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
So so like with how the protests work, since you weren't involved, but you made it through, so you were allowed to proceed, right? But I don't know, man. How does this work? Like you weren't involved in the crash. I don't know. Like, okay, we'll move
Yeah,
on.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that one was like truly a nightmare
yeah,
in like judging and protesting and at a certain point I just stopped talking because
yeah,
like I wasn't directly involved and yada yada and then they kind of just told me I was in finals and
yeah. You're
I'm not
good.
gonna
Yeah,
argue with that too much, you know?
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's I mean it's a tough call. There's a lot going on.
But when you see it unfold in your mind, you know you're fourth, and you see it unfold like in front of you, are you like yes, or are you like oh shit, the
There
homies?
was definitely a second where I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this heat. And then I just got hit in the face with a skateboard, and I was like, I just
Oh
crashed. Like there was no
yeah,
thought through my head. I saw the board bounce through, and I was like, oh no, boom,
boom, yeah,
and then
you're on
I'm
the
on my
ground.
ass.
Yeah,
But no, there was definitely a split second where I was like, oh hell yeah. There was a split second where I was like, oh, it's gonna go very. This is bad. This is gonna be
yeah.
very bad. And then everyone went away from me.
Are you
And I was
like
like, oh, sick. I'm so on. And then this board comes bouncing back into the
boom,
road. Um,
roller coaster of
but
emotions? Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Um, and then obviously it's get up and go, go, go. But I kind of saw that crash coming from a second away.
yeah. Everybody
Like,
wanted it too bad. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't see this one coming either, but uh, I didn't have quite the spectator view of this one.
wait, let's get to it. Again, it played out pretty much the same. This time, Dex was
The sacrificial lamb, yeah.
yeah. What's the draft like going 110, 120? Like,
It's unbelievable.
yeah,
It's insane how much you feel.
yeah,
Um, like it's almost as soon as you leave the draft, you feel turbulence,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
and it feels psychotic actually. Um,
Do you ever get
but
like, sorry, go on.
mostly it was just impressive. Like as soon as you'd step out of the draft, like you feel the acceleration,
Yeah,
and like how fast. Like every time you pass someone in the straightaway, you're passing them by at least 10 Ks an hour. Like
that's
the
crazy.
pulls were crazy. So you were just blowing people's doors off and they were passing you back and
Yeah.
yeah, it feels pretty insane.
Is it like okay? We'll talk about the crash first. Then I'll ask the other question. Like you're in third there. What happens?
Yeah.
Like we don't get to see it on very
Okay,
clearly. Yeah,
I'll play by play this. First and foremost, I did not hit Harry.
yeah.
I never hit him. And also, I'm in second, which is the big
What?
thing for me. I'm in second.
Wait. Harry was in
So
third, or who was in third?
Harry's in third coming into this. We're side by side, so he's pulled up on me to make a move for second.
Yeah.
So like technically under the rules, I'm in second because he's never
Right.
completed a pass. Um, which is important to me because this is where my decision making's coming in here. So, oh, and I'm upside down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like he and I are side by side here.
Right.
But I was in front before this, so he's technically the passing rider still.
Yeah.
Um, and for me, this was like an important moment. This is the first race of the season, and and I feel like I'd come into this with like a stronger mentality, and like I was making a real like decisive push for a title contention.
Yeah.
And the way that Harry was moving on me there, I mean, Harry has a way about him too that's like uh, he's an aggressive racer, and a
Yeah.
lot of the time people will sort of like he intimidates people on the track, and
Yeah.
not like not in an illegal way, but he has a presence about
Presence.
him, and
Aura.
yeah, and people move, you
Yeah.
know, if he wants them to move frequently, people move,
So this was like a
and
mental psychic battle. You're like, I ain't
oh
moving,
no, this
bro.
is we're playing like a huge game of chicken here,
Yeah.
and but also like both of us are still racing Frenchie at the same time,
Yeah.
like because both of us are trying to win the race, but like I knew that the most important thing I could do here was to not move.
Yeah. Not
Like
back down. Yeah.
I can't back down because I need to like put my foot down and say like that's not happening. Like
Yeah.
I won't move for you. I don't care if it puts me into the hay bale. Like
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. And that's pretty much what happened. But we both just we're like tucking next to each other,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden Frenchie slides.
Like early.
No, no, at the right place,
Yeah.
like at the breaking point, and both of us are still knee locked.
Yeah.
And we were both like, "Oh shit!" And I just immediately, that's what happens here. We immediately are like kicking our slides,
Yeah.
and I just slid straight, like undercut him
Yeah.
straight off the road.
Yeah.
Never made contact. Never was gonna make the corner. Like hit the brakes way too late. And he did the same thing. Like he
Yeah.
like is rail grabbing and like grabs the like he's trying to hit the brakes so hard that he like wheel bit himself pretty
Damn.
much.
Yeah.
Um, I'm off, but it looks
Like
like I
you.
took his back wheels out,
Yeah.
and I got a lot of flack for that. People were saying a bunch of stuff to me after. Um,
Well,
but yeah,
live
like
stream. Yeah.
it looks bad. Um,
But after that crash, man, that was pretty heavy, bro. Like, were you okay? Like, what was it like? What was the feeling? Like
um,
hitting the bills that hard?
I felt pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I didn't put a hole in my suit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. There was barely a mark on my leather from like the asphalt because I barely hit the pavement. I pretty much just full speed like
Boom.
skimmed across the top and hit the hay bale.
Yeah.
So it felt bad. Um, I kind of thought I broke my jaw for a second because I
Yeah.
just like took the hay bale straight to the face. Um, but it was
It
fine.
was fine. But what
It
kind
was
of
fine.
what kind of wear does that have on your body, or like on like your ability to keep like pushing it? Because like taking a crash like that and still wanting to keep sending it, wanting to be competitive, like it's not easy. Like, how do you coach yourself through something like that? Like, you try not to think
I
about,
don't
like, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if that is like one of the coachable things or if that's
yeah,
just something that like I have. Um, but like that was never a question
yeah,
whether or not I was gonna keep going.
yeah,
I like pretty much got checked out by the EMTs after um, that was fine. We did like concussion checks. I was all good.
yeah.
That's the big one for me is
Hmm.
like head injuries. I didn't really hit my head here. I know I said I hit my jaw, but like I kind of
Yeah,
took the hay bale like chin and chest.
right.
Um, so the head was relatively okay. They did the light in my eyes and asked me the
All that
date and all
stuff.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Um, and I am very strict about concussions. I've had a good few. I've like really busted my head a couple times, and so with that I'll be more cautious than kind of with anything else. But that was all signs were green. I was just pretty achy, and like
yeah,
so then you're like I know, all right, I've got 5 days now until the next race. Um, do
yeah.
the best I can to like minimize aches. So we didn't have much of an after party after this race, I'll tell you that. We were all kind of
Recovering. Yeah,
yeah, and then just like emphasis made sure we ate good for the next few days. I tried to like get a massage, I think somewhere, but
yeah,
just try to take it easy. But there's no mental like gymnastics I have to do there.
yeah,
I I'm ready for the next race immediately. Um,
yeah.
and I don't know why, but
'Cause
it
you
just
just
kind of
built that
is.
way, bro. You just built that
Yeah,
way.
like it, I guess it's just one of those things that it's like a risk that I'm accepting from the beginning. So when it happens, it's not like
Yeah.
it's not shocking, it's not surprising. It just, it's the way it is.
And speaking of the next race, let's talk a little bit about Turkey. Turkey
All right.
is, I've been told, like one of the craziest tracks ever. What's your What's your thoughts on it? What's your perspective on it?
It's the craziest track ever,
Yeah,
full stop, no
yeah,
question. It's not even close. There's no contention. It's so insane. Like you can only say so many words to describe it, but
yeah,
it's I'll put it this way. I've been there. This is my third time there, I think.
yeah,
How many times have we had? Yeah, I think this is my third time there. And so I think to myself, all right, I've been there 3 times. I've been to the hospital there. Like I've done everything there at this point, right?
yeah.
Like nothing can surprise me. I know what I'm getting into. I've seen the track.
Hmm.
Let's go. And we get there for the track walk, and we walk about 100 yards from the start line down. And I stop and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why
Yeah,
are we here? This is insane. This is insane. We shouldn't be doing this.
yeah.
It's so nuts. Um, no,
That's
like the
yeah,
what, like the drop in elevation, the gradient,
yeah,
it doesn't translate on camera at all. It feels crazy. It also is completely exposed. Like there's no
right,
trees, there's no buildings, and you're looking across this like desert. I mean, you can see it in the video. You're looking
yeah,
across this like desert plateau, and it feels like you're free falling a lot of the time,
yeah.
and you're just looking at the mountain across the valley. That's your only point of reference, and
That's
it's
crazy. Yeah,
like it. I mean, I guess it's gotten easier to do it because we've just done it before, and it's less of a
a
like a
mental
shock
thing.
and awe
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
but it's still psychologically super difficult. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, like qualifying there is really one of
Intense.
the most
Yeah.
insane things you can do.
Like what? Just do you have to convince yourself to like, okay, we got to push this corner, we got to do this and that, or like what kind of goes through your head? Are you like thinking about it, like corner
Yeah,
through each straight? Are you like, okay,
yeah.
got to slide here, or you got to do this,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm not like I'm not like telling myself, oh, breaking point now.
yeah,
But oh no, that's not true. So I kind of am. Yeah, it's the most like I break this track down more than any other track.
yeah,
Every single corner is its own like puzzle piece. And you
yeah,
really have to work at every corner. Like every corner is difficult. The pavement is inconsistent. Sometimes it's super slidey.
yeah,
Um, the it's off camber, you can't like they're all so unique and so difficult.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, you really got to break like it's very much like okay, through corner 6 onto corner 7. And then
right,
you think about and you know what corner 7 is and you get through corner 7 and it feels like a qualifying lap there is like a check mark list and you're just going
right,
corner 1, corner 2, corner 3.
done, yeah,
And I feel like I don't feel that quite as much at other tracks.
yeah,
Um, like you kind of go through some corners and then you'll go through the first like important corner and you'll be like, all right, got through that. Now we got to get to the next important corner.
yeah,
And this track is just like corner 1, corner 2,
one, two,
corner 3.
yeah,
Like you have to think about every single thing. Um, and any corner on this hill would be the most intense corner on any track, I think, just about.
that is crazy to think
My
about.
favorite thing to explain is
Yeah,
every morning I wake up at the hotel
yeah,
in town and I go by myself to the breakfast room and
hmm,
I sit there with a cup of coffee and I just kind of look at the wall. And I have to tell myself for like 5 minutes before anyone else gets to the breakfast room, I have to convince myself that I'm gonna skate that track.
yeah,
There's like every morning I have like a 5 minute discussion of like, am I gonna do this? All right, I'm gonna do this. But
damn, yeah,
it's that intense. It's that crazy. And
that
everyone has their
yeah,
own kind of things about it, but me like I have to tell myself every day,
we're gonna do this.
we're doing it.
So with like your, I think this is semifinals heat. You're in front of Bouclier.
Yep.
Did you hear him crash or like?
Nope.
Were
Nope.
you were you just like at some point? Yeah, look
I
back. Yeah,
didn't realize until oh man, hit the hay so hard.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until corner 9,
Yeah.
which is the like super fast left.
Mm-hmm.
You like, there's like the long high speed righty, and then we all like flick right and go left.
Yeah.
Um, as I'm as I was doing my big right slide, I hadn't heard anything down the straightaway,
Yeah.
and I had noticed that that was kind of weird. Like I hadn't heard a thing, and so at the end of my slide, I like looked over my shoulder and I didn't see anyone. And
Yeah.
you could see like a half mile up the road, and I couldn't see anyone. I was like, oh damn it, I just tucked the whole straight
For a reason. Yeah.
for no reason. Um, which is fine. And so then I cruised the bottom because obviously like here is a
Mm-hmm.
like maintaining your legs here is super important. This
Yeah.
track is super demanding physically. So um, like on a practice day, like on day one of an event,
Mm-hmm.
usually none of us will tuck even close to the line.
Yeah.
There's like a whole, I want to say almost a mile long straightaway at the end, 3/4 of a mile straightaway. Like you don't tuck that once on day one,
Yeah.
um, just because of how tired your legs are going to be. Um,
Right.
so
Do
I
you have
would
any
have,
issues with like your neck? Because Harry was saying he gets a lot of neck fatigue.
um, yeah, a bit. I
Yeah.
don't get it as bad as him. I know what he's talking about, but
Yeah.
it's not that bad. But it's definitely still like at the end of a weekend, I gotta stretch that out pretty good.
Yeah.
But here it's the legs for me. Um,
Right.
like it's like exhaustion. It's like sheer exhaustion at the end, and you're crossing the finish line, and your knees are getting a little jelly. And
So even so in finals are like I bet like the fatigue is kind of setting in a little bit now.
we actually, thankfully, I will
Yeah.
say we got a huge break before
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah.
There was some delay with there was like a drone delay or some sort of technical delay that
Yeah.
held us up for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was actually nice. So we were all pretty well
Chilling.
rested.
Yeah.
I mean, which is the back and forth though. Like you kind of you don't want to wait too long because you're like your adrenaline's up, your legs are warm, your muscles are going,
Yeah.
so you don't want to go cold. But it was nice to not be like rushed. Like we had plenty of time.
Relax.
Um,
Take it a bit easy. Yeah.
yeah.
So walk me
Um,
through like what happened. Because I mean, I feel like Turkey was the least eventful for you. But like,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I was pissed about my push.
Yeah.
Um, that I think kind of hindered me heavily here.
Mm-hmm.
I had pace on Harry. I outqualified him. Um, and I'd skated with him a lot that weekend, and I felt like I was the only one who could take a swing at
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Yeah.
And obviously he put a good chunk of time into me as well in qualifying, but I feel like the bottom half of this track is super, like I'm strongly favored in the bottom half here,
Mm-hmm.
after the crack here, like with this long, like after the crack here, it goes into the long right,
Yeah.
which is like a toe side knee lock for me, and then a toe side slide, and it's just a section where I feel like I put a lot of pace up on people, so I would have loved to have been closer.
Yeah.
So yeah, kick into third. I didn't kick into third by like a lot, which
Mm-hmm.
I was conflicted. I was happy that my kick was good, but I was mad that it wasn't good enough to put me where I needed to be.
Yeah.
Um, so then I kind of just had to sit behind Harry for the first three corners, and I knew I wanted to pass him like as quickly as possible. So I
Yeah.
took a good run out of what is it, two, three, whatever, the first like right hairpin.
Yeah.
Um, I took a good run out of that, and I knew I was going to pass him into five. I guess that's
Yeah.
five, like the left where Bouclier crashed.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I wanted to pass Harry, I'd say in the straightaway, and it kind of didn't happen, so I had to do it in the corner.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a crazy place that I took him, but
Do
but
you
I
think he
really
messed
at
up
this
his line?
no,
Yeah.
No, I got past him like early enough.
Yeah.
Um, but I was a little frantic, I'll be honest. Like I knew I needed to get that done at least there, because
Yeah.
if I had to pass Harry in this straightaway,
Catching
like
Frenchies.
maybe
Yeah.
it would have helped. I would have had like a toe,
Hmm.
but I feel like like I wanted as much clean air as I could to try and make the run. Um, and then I just was too far back.
Yeah.
Um, he was honestly, he just was perfect this
Yeah.
weekend. Like there was nothing to.
Was Frenchie's weekend, man. He did pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's tough to put any gap into him when he's
Um,
like that.
yeah.
It's one thing if I kick that right on him, it's a race then. But as soon as you give him some space and he feels comfortable enough to run, that's a
So
tough that's a
yeah.
tough place to be. Yeah.
You gotta pressure him all weekend.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
just from like the kick, like even just
Yeah.
at finals, like he's just got to know that he's not. Uh, and this is the same with anyone. Like if you ever kick out in finals and you just feel like you have a gap already,
Yeah.
you're just gonna do your qualifying lap.
Yeah. You're not gonna think about
You know,
anything else. Yeah.
you need someone to feel like they're under threat and they have
Yeah.
to play defensively, and that's where you get the opportunity to strike.
Right.
Um,
Again, mental battles. Battle the
yeah.
psychic what's the word? Psychic battles, man. So with Isle of Man,
Oh,
yeah, you guys had a lot of fun, man. Like you guys, I mean, okay, painful for you. I can already see. But you guys had a lot of fun. Like people were saying the experience just outside of racing was also really great. Like,
unbelievable,
yeah,
unbelievable.
how do you
Like
find it? Yeah,
probably the coolest trip of the year.
yeah,
As far as I don't know, El Salvador is pretty cool too. But like it was really up there. It was really a like a bucket list moment. I love
hmm,
motorsports racing. I
yeah,
love the TT. I've watched the TT since I was a kid. Um, so it was really like kind of out of body experience a lot of the time. We drove around. We got there early. We were
yeah,
just driving. We just were all in this van together, driving around the island, looking at the statues and the landmarks,
yeah.
and having
Nice
like a great
holiday.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, boys holiday. Yeah. So that was great. And the people were amazing. Everyone was so welcoming. Like the spirit of racing is very strong there, and
yeah,
and that was palpable, and it felt like hallowed ground. Like it felt very prestigious. Um,
yeah.
it's a shame that the track just was so mid for me. Like,
Tell us more, man. Tell us. Well, what did you like? What did
um,
you hate about it? Yeah,
oh, dude, I couldn't do it. Like I was completely stumped by
yeah,
this track. It was like everything that I hate in a road. The pavement was a mess.
yeah,
The pavement was perfect is the thing. Like what we're
yeah,
kicking on here is perfect.
yeah,
It's beautiful asphalt. Except the rest of the track is like there's full of patches of just stuff and like
yeah,
gravel. Like there's rumble patches. Um, so like you couldn't put your hand down through this first corner.
yeah.
Like if your
Right.
puck touched, it would like bite. It would bite like crazy. So that's why like really like you can put your hand down, but you
You
got to be
can't.
weighted.
Yeah,
You got to be weighted way more on the wheels.
yeah,
Um, it was patchy on race day. Like these are all water patches you're looking at. Um, the weather was super against us.
yeah.
Um, and honestly, like I totally could have made a pass here, and I could not bring myself psychologically to do it. Like
Right.
I was so out before this race even started.
Yeah,
Um, I couldn't figure this last corner. I couldn't figure out for the life of me. And to be
yeah,
fair, I don't think there was much to figure out. Um,
yeah,
but like, especially with the patch, like I couldn't hit the breaking point where I wanted to.
yeah,
And even when there was dry, like I was just I was just chucking it in there. Um, Especially being regular. And Frenchie hates when I talk about stance preference, but that was a tough one to be
Yeah,
regular because it was like I'm coming over the crest and over all this patch, I have to kick out this toe side,
yeah,
and it was awful, and I couldn't switch over to my heel side quick enough. Like I complain about this track all day, honestly. Um,
yeah,
but it wasn't any singular thing. It was just like a combination of stuff. Like
yeah.
I mean, we're going almost 100 kilometers an hour too into
Which
this
is
corner.
crazy. Yeah,
Like we were going so fast,
yeah,
and the pavement would just like you'd hit the patches and they would react differently.
yeah,
So like you would lose braking power over certain patches. Um, so yeah, I just came in here and just steamrolled Harry.
yeah.
Um,
When this was happening, like, what was going through your head? Were you just like, oh, fuck's
uh,
sake? Yeah,
I mean, I was laughing as I hit him because I knew it was over.
yeah,
Um, like I kind of I don't know. It was bad. I was just psychologically completely broken by this one.
yeah,
Um, and and by the time I got to that corner, I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw it in, and if one of them crashes, then I'm good.
yeah. But yeah,
And then I was the one that crashed, and so I was like, well, I'm definitely DQ'd now.
yeah,
And I slid, and he's turning left, and I was still sliding right, and we like crossed into each other, and we like made eye contact as we were sliding into each other, and both of
yeah,
us just started laughing, and I just like slammed him into the hay bales. Um, so
yeah,
you know, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes you gotta just
yeah.
like try to have fun with it. I was having such a bad time with it that I started to try to just
Lock it up.
have a
Yeah.
little fun.
Fair enough. So Isle of Man 2025 wasn't for you, but 2026
No,
should be better. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, like this track, um, honestly, first of all, I need to say like I'm biased. I just had a bad time on it.
Yeah.
It was not the worst track I've ever even been to.
Yeah.
Um, it was just, I mean, look how many people there. It was just
Crazy.
unfortunate that
Yeah.
it was this sort of a spectator event, and we were there, and it just feels, I just hate feeling like I can't put on, honestly, like I can't put on a show.
Yeah.
Um, I like Austria was a show. I love when
Yeah.
we can race like that, and it's really like a spectacle, and we're going for it. And this, I mean, I got to give the boys props. They put on a show in finals, but um, we got one
So
good heat
speaking.
of
Yeah.
racing. Um, so 2026 is supposed to be on a, um, I don't know if I can say this, but whatever, I'm gonna do it. It's supposed to be on the TT track.
Oh yeah, no, you could say that. It's been
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Yeah, yeah. And that like we drove that a bunch. I know the section it's gonna be on, and that'll be
crazy. Yeah.
we'll be able to put on a show there, and it'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be good racing, and
Let's get it.
eh,
Yeah.
I'm excited to go back to the racing island,
Nice.
But yeah, we can move on from this one. I hate that. I hated that weekend, man.
Fair
I
enough. Fair
hated
enough.
that weekend.
All right, and up next we got Utah. Utah is your technically home race. Like,
Yeah.
given that like it's you're from the States, do you feel like a home field advantage? Do you feel more comfortable, confident? Like,
Um, in a way, yeah. I mean, I lived in Colorado for a while, like a
yeah,
few years back, which is obviously not Utah, but it's pretty close. And so there were a lot of guys that I had gotten to know when I was living out there,
yeah.
who were there, like people free riding, people spectating. So there really were like a huge amount of people there that I
Sorry, wait.
knew.
Sorry, Harry just messaged me something really funny, which is why I was laughing.
Oh no, what is he chirping about?
I was
Harold, are you
talking
through the
about.
wall?
You can hear fucking everything.
Of
Anyway,
course he can.
yeah. Anyway, go on. Yeah,
Oh, you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
even gonna. What are you
I'll
saying?
tell. I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
What are you chirping? Yeah, you did. He's outed you so hard. Oh yeah. Oh, in Austria. The South American solo. Yeah, I took him. I took him out, dude. I'd do it again.
That's so funny, man.
Oh my god. Get out.
Yeah, man. Okay, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
lying. I'm lying under oath right now. Where was I?
Yeah.
Uh,
Something
home
Utah.
home race.
Yeah.
Home race. Oh yeah, yeah. I just like I had a huge. There was a huge contingency of people there that like I'd known over the years and
Yeah.
that it did feel like an actual home race,
Yeah.
which was cool. Um, I don't know if it makes it feel comfortable. Um, there's definitely an added stress though.
Right.
Like there's a pressure of everyone wants to win your home race,
Yeah.
and then like everyone that I know, there's like, oh, I got, I got you winning it this weekend. I got money on you, and so like I don't take that too seriously.
Yeah.
Um, but this, that's something in the back of your mind a little bit. You're like,
Gotta
like it'd be
represent.
nicer
Yeah.
if there was any race this year I wanted to win most, it was this one.
Yeah.
Um, this was like the race, I think. So added stress, yeah, but
Yeah.
I think
Oh
it
yeah.
balances out with the comfort of
Mm-hmm.
just, I knew everybody and
Yeah.
a lot of friends were there, a lot of familiar faces.
Well, what was the track like for you? Like, a lot of people said it wasn't that challenging. But I feel like there were some things you guys did that kind of like helped you stand out from the rest. Like, could you walk us through some of
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely on the WDSC scale it was a very
Yeah.
calm track,
Yeah.
with all the stuff we race tends to be like really really gnarly. So it wasn't that. I don't know, I thought it was really entertaining. I like racers tracks, which is like what we'd call this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, I like the tight racing like that. I find it exciting.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it takes something different to pull pace out of like a slow track where
Yeah.
like like on the super high speed tracks like Turkey, you're like trying to you're trying to survive as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
But here it's easy to get down, so you're like
Yeah.
trying to maximize every little thing.
Trying to be
And there's
perfect. Yeah.
yeah, and there's no real like you're
Mm-hmm.
not scared. There's no fear. Um, so you really get to like lay it down. Um,
Yeah.
I find that entertaining. It's a different. I mean, I find both of them exciting. They're just kind of you know
Different.
two different flavors.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh.
yeah, I don't know. You just had to be. I mean, like everything, the push was nice. The push is important. The push is so important in
Yeah.
modern racing. You just like your track positioning is unbelievably important. If you
Yeah.
can be out front and you can take that pace, then you're in a great position.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I got another question. What's it like seeing Frenchie doing like standees in qualifying, and where does that put your mind at as someone, who obviously wants top quality sport? Like, are you like, damn, I
uh,
gotta start free riding?
no, I mean,
Yeah.
like it's something that I consider, and I do think that is something that will be more implemented in the future.
Yeah.
Um, I Yeah, I can free ride. Also, I
Yeah.
want to say this. So like but I didn't find
Yeah.
any like he's definitely French is better than I am at this. I'm not gonna twist it. But it's not something that I'm like completely opposed to, and it's something that
Yeah.
I have considered at tracks even this year.
Yeah.
Um, the I think right now we're in a position where it's very track dependent.
Hmm.
Like you got to look for the corner where like it's the optimal thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think Frenchie right now is in a place where he's like he's actively expanding what that window looks like. Like he's
Yeah.
just getting better and better, and he's like, oh no, you can do it here too. Um, but I'm in a
Yeah.
place right now still where I'm kind of looking for like the optimal corners to do that on. So
Yeah.
like this is perfect for him, and um, I
Yeah.
don't know, it didn't lend itself to a squat slide for me here.
Yeah. It's
Um,
pretty
but
tricky.
but this
Yeah.
this was the weekend where it definitely cracked it open a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and like I knew that we'd been talking about it a lot, and I'd been looking at tracks through that lens
Yeah.
a little bit. And then when he did this, I was like, okay, now I have to start looking at these a little bit. Like it has to be more of
Yeah.
a thing because clearly
Made a difference.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it does something for sure. And I'm not going to say he didn't make all that time in that corner.
Yeah.
Like, the stand up toe is effective, but like if
Yeah.
you watch the runs back, like you can find time
Yeah.
in in other sections as well. In the up top hairpins, he made up a little bit. He was phenomenal through the bridge corner.
Yeah.
Um, he took like a slightly different angle than I had been approaching all weekend, and
Yeah.
when I watched it back, I was like, oh crap, he was on the money.
Yeah.
Um,
So like do you guys share information on race day, qualifying day, or is it just kind of like once it's time to compete, we're not friends anymore? Or
it's uh
yeah.
it's an interesting balance, I would
Yeah.
say. Um, there's definitely a lot that we don't share over the
Mm-hmm.
course of a weekend. Or like and stuff that we'll like deliberately keep from each other.
Yeah.
Um, which is it's just a delicate. I don't know. It's tough to explain to someone. Like it's
Yeah.
like we share plenty of stuff, but there's also stuff that we don't share.
Yeah.
And yeah, you kind of just find the balance. Like there's just stuff that I know I'm not going to talk
You keep
to
your
him
your,
about.
your cards close to your chest because at the
Well,
end
there's
of the
like I'm
day,
just
yeah.
not gonna I'm not even gonna or even if I had a question, like I'm not gonna ask him that question. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put him in the position where he has to tell me that. Um,
Right. Right.
you
Right.
know,
Right.
like
Right.
because I
Yeah.
know that if he asked me, I'd be like, why are you asking me this? Like, what are you doing? You know. But like we're good
Yeah.
about it. Like and we know each other super
Yeah.
well. Um, so we all do talk, and
Yeah.
sometimes you say more than you should, and sometimes you don't, and whatever. But it's
Full
a good
balances
balance.
out. Yeah.
Max Caps laughs about it a lot because we talk to Max,
Yeah.
like me and Frenchie at least talk to Max a lot about stuff through the weekend,
Is like
and
is like the coach. Is he like the coach, team
yeah, but
coach?
so
Yeah.
he gets both of he gets like everything, and then
Yeah.
he's like the keeper of secrets.
Yeah.
He's so funny. He like hears everything from both of us, and then at the end of the weekend, he's like, "Oh yeah, I knew about that all weekend." And I'm like, "Oh, you
Fucking
son of
hell.
a bitch, you were hiding that from me." Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but that mostly, I would say that mostly is during qualifying.
Yeah.
Like there's stuff in racing that you keep from each other, but it's less
Yeah.
because the racing is so much more about like you got to adapt. Like stuff's happening,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's how you kind of respond to that. But I'd say qualifying is where the most
Yeah.
secrets are kept.
Yeah. And Max Cap is the keeper of secrets.
Yeah, at least
As
at least sometimes. Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, he's got, he's one of the great guys. Like he's got,
Yeah.
it's just it's you want to talk to the guys that have experience. So,
Yeah.
like we talk to Zach a lot also. Like Harry and I talk to Zach. I guess Frenchie as well. We all talk to Zach made a bunch as well. I mean, these
Yeah.
guys have these guys have
Live.
two, three,
Yeah.
4 times as much racing experience as I do.
Yeah.
You know, like like z- like Max has been doing this almost as long as I've been alive. Like
That's
not
hilarious.
he'll hate that I put it that way, but like,
Yeah.
I'm 25 now. I think he's at 20 years of this, something like
Damn.
that.
Yeah.
So like, that's kind of the the pot of gold that you can't
Mhm.
replace, and
Yeah.
and that's sort of where you got to go to, and you got to talk to those guys, and that's where you learn a lot.
Someone needs to write a book. Uh, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to finals, man. Um, it was in the rain. Did you guys get any practice laps in the rain?
Yeah, we got,
Yeah,
I think we got three.
yeah.
I think we had three. Um,
And what was like what was going on in your head as this was
bro,
going down?
I was so cold.
Yeah,
It was so cold. Like we
yeah,
were freezing. Um, I don't know. I I I was pretty nervous. I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest. Like I hate doing this. This is my least favorite thing in the
yeah,
world is a race in the dry,
yeah,
finals in the wet. It breaks my little heart.
yeah.
And and it's like all that momentum I was talking about building through a weekend or through a race day,
Mm-hmm.
like
That's
that
a bit. Yeah,
it kind of just goes out the window.
yeah.
Like the whole momentum of the day changes. Um, I kind of screwed myself here. I wasn't on
Mm-hmm.
um, optimal race wheels or rain wheels, um,
Yeah.
um, which is why I'm sort of just getting walked in the straightaways. Um, but it was good. I mean, it's tough. I knew it was going to be a push race, is the thing, and
Yeah.
like, and
Well,
here I am
that was
on the
back.
line with like probably three of the four best pushers in the world, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, like,
Yeah. Comes stuff.
damn it.
Yeah.
So it was mostly for me. Like at this point, I'm like, all right, I just need to make it, and someone's gonna crash. At this point, I'm just gambling on a crash,
Yeah.
and I was almost right.
Yeah. They
Um,
got pretty close. Yeah.
yeah, but no, it's just this was a tough one. I don't know. I just kind of didn't have anything. The wheels were a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like having really competitive rain wheels is so important.
Yeah.
Um, and and I just didn't have it.
We'll need to talk about rain wheels.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
oh,
pretty
so
tight.
crazy. Yeah, and I mean Harry's a wizard in the rain.
Yeah.
He's raced in the rain
Yeah.
so many times, and Frenchie and Nick I would rate as like two of the best rain skaters ever. Um,
Uh-huh.
they're out of their minds. We go skate open roads in the wet with
You
them,
guys are crazy,
like,
man.
and
But we
so
thank
like
you for it. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. This for me was like um if I'm trying to look at the upside here, this for me felt like a bit of a victory because
Mm-hmm.
my rain skating and my push for the last 5 years have been like my two weakest things.
Yeah.
And the push is one thing I've worked on, but last year I worked with Dexter a lot, and we went to rain school, as he called it,
Yeah.
and he like coached me up on a bunch of stuff. And so just the fact that I was like here,
That's a
like
win. Yeah.
remotely close to it, I'm like, all right, there's upward trending progress in the rain, and I feel now like
100%. Yeah.
as long as I'm on the right stuff the next time, like
Yeah.
I'll actually be in the fight. But I mean, as you can see too, there wasn't much of a fight to be had. Like they got one good move in at the end, but
That was it. Yeah.
it was a tough track in the rain. It just
Didn't
you
lend.
know
Yeah.
didn't lend.
And
It's a shame too. I would have loved to have run that heat in the dry.
it would have been pretty crazy.
It would have
Pretty
been so
crazy.
good.
Yeah. But thank you, Utah. Now, before we briefly talk about El Salvador, which kind of like Isle of Man was a fun event, but also crazy in its own way with the pavement. Let's take a unique one and talk about like your aero aerodynamic testing
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
that WDSC or is it WGSF put together?
This was, I guess,
Yeah,
WGSF organized.
yeah.
Yeah, which is the World Gravity Sports Federation.
Just briefly, like, what was your takeaway from this sort of experience?
Um, I mean, my take, like, it was a fucking absolute privilege to get to do it.
Yeah.
And I was super grateful more than anything. Like it was a dream to get to go do this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the guys that ran the tunnel were amazing. It's such a legendary tunnel too. Like we were at Silverstone
Yeah.
at the F1 facility there. This isn't the tunnel that they test the cars in, obviously. It's not that big.
Yeah.
But this is where they do like a ton of cycling teams. A lot of the
Right.
Tour de
Yeah.
France teams will come here and do aero testing. So this tunnel though is like has a ton of racing heritage and it's obviously a pretty sick thing. Um,
What did you learn, man? Like, was there like, oh, this is faster, this isn't faster, or what was like the excuse me, what was the general takeaway for lesson for yourself? Like spark notes.
um,
Yeah.
Spark notes. Well, like I was mentioning to you before we started recording, like this is
Yeah.
it's a tough thing to like explain to people because it's so based on you, like it's so unique to you as a person.
Yeah.
And what do you need? Oh, it's right there. It's so based on you,
Mm-hmm.
like your physiology, your tuck, your style. So, like what worked for me didn't actually work for Harry, as like a perfect example.
Yeah.
It really didn't work. They were like very different, which is interesting too, because like he and I are
Yeah.
built fairly similarly. We have like similar heights, similar wingspans, um, but like the way our bodies sort of fold up is very different. Just like for like as an easy example, like we were testing hand positions in tuck.
Yeah.
Um, so if you go to that photo of me in tuck, you'll see like I think I go like pucks in, like I interlace my fingers and I go pucks in
Mm-hmm.
my back, and I do that because I have super long arms, and so like I need to tuck my elbows in,
Yeah.
like I need to bend my arms down to like keep my arms tight to my body, and but I've been intrigued. Like I've talked to Diego, I've talked to a bunch of people who've done aero testing, and like everyone has their own opinions. Diego likes to do his palms, his palms out. He like kind of
Yeah.
links his thumbs, like you see in all his videos, and he's like pucks out. Harry does something sort of similar. Um, Frenchie also goes palms out, I think. Yeah, but so I was like, all right, let me try this. So I did different runs with like palms in, palms out, and there was like a very notable like percentage improvement when my
Yeah.
pucks were in. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
I've been doing the right position for my body essentially.
Yeah.
And so I showed that to Harry and he was like, "All right, let me try that." He goes in for his next thing. He tries the same thing. Complete
Nothing.
opposite result.
Yeah.
Like the puck out for him way better.
Yeah.
Um so I could tell you
Very
like for
dependent.
me,
Yeah.
I gotta be pucks in.
Yeah.
But it is like a very much like you gotta be like you got to be consistent enough that you can
Yeah.
like provide a good baseline, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
know yourself well enough that you can make these like minute tweaks.
Yeah.
Um, but so I think like I learned a lot of just about my own tuck. I changed a lot of body positions. I made tweaks.
Yeah.
But I think it was just sort of interesting to learn, even if I didn't find like there were things that I didn't get
Mm-hmm.
like clear results on, but I think I just got a better understanding on how your body sort of moves through the air and how
Right.
how
Yeah.
little adjustments can affect that and sort of where which adjustments might make a big difference and which
Yeah.
adjustments might make a small difference and that
Yeah.
um so that was cool. And we also tested I tested like a dozen helmets, which were completely impractical and very fun. And
Yeah.
um yeah, like there's you know I don't know. Like people always ask me, oh, flat back, rounded back, all sorts of stuff. Like I don't have a clear answer
Which is the best? Which is
on
fastest?
that
Yeah.
on that. Yeah, like across the board, which is faster.
Yeah.
But I do know, looking at me now,
Yeah.
like what works best for me and what makes me fastest. So
So moral of the story, it's about the individual at the end
yeah,
of the day. Yeah.
yeah. Which I
Interesting.
know is like an
Yeah.
infuriating answer, and everyone's just like, oh, just but tell me what's faster. But
Yeah.
like, I can't. Um,
Thank you for the insight. Thank you for the
yeah,
insight. So we now I know to take everything with a grain of salt when Harry is like, this is fastest, or someone is like, this is fastest. I got it. I got it. I got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like there, like I will say, like
Yeah.
I think we tested helmets, and
Yeah.
helmets can be a little bit less. No, but that still depends on the person. No, yeah, that still depends on the person. Yeah.
Damn.
Like there were things that were like similar across the
Mm-hmm.
board, but not the same.
Yeah.
Like Anders has this like Anders Ind I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's got like this crazy top speed built helmet
Yeah.
that as he brought with him. It's like black and yellow, as he's got like a Ferrari logo painted on it. And that was like a helmet designed to do like top speed, like peak aero.
Yeah.
And like it won. It was the fastest helmet that I put on for sure. I don't know if it was the fastest helmet Harry put on,
He was
but it's like
saying
it's like
yeah.
it wasn't like even if it was the second, you know what I mean? Like it's like all right, so that helmet is fast for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's no denying that. Whether or not it's the fastest on me,
Yeah.
it might be the
Maybe not.
second fastest or the
Yeah.
first fastest. But like there's generalizations that can be made, but the
Yeah.
specifics are tougher to narrow down.
All right. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Look like you guys had a lot of fun. And shout out to WGSF and Will Stevenson for putting that together.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, let's talk about El Salvador, man. Um, yeah, man, tell us, how did you find the track? People said this shit was crazy, bro. What was your
Th-
experience down it? Yeah,
this shit is crazy
yeah,
is a good way to put it. Um, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
yeah.
Um, it was it was uh difficult with
Hmm.
the surface.
Yeah,
Um, but like it definitely we found a way to do it,
right.
like
Yeah, it was a
the
way through.
the surface was awful.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Like it was so bitey and grippy and like rumbly. And first run or two, I kind of thought we might be done. Like we might have to cancel this race. Like this
it
is
was
like
that
a
bad. Yeah,
safety. It was
yeah,
like this is a safety hazard.
yeah,
Um, but it kind of, and I don't know if it's just like we got adjusted to it or if the track kind of got warmed up and broken in a little bit through the weekend. But it it um it went. It was
yeah.
good. The shape of the road was unbelievable. Like one of the coolest tracks I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Um, and we've kind of been joking that it might have been safer with the rumbly pave, like in the
Yeah,
end, because we would have been going so much faster
yeah,
on smooth pavement, and it would have been easier to go fast. So I think more people would have been going way faster. I think a lot
yeah,
of people were pretty hesitant, um, but it was really exciting. I found it was really dynamic.
yeah.
It was really challenging. Um,
Well, what was the racing experience like for you? Because this time you got a mix of people from South America as well, in different heats. Like you got to race Oscar Gutierrez and Snyder.
my
Tell
boys,
me.
my boys, yeah. No, dude, I love whenever we get like South and
Yeah,
Central America involved. They got so many
yeah,
sick skaters,
yeah.
like so sick. Yeah, this was really fun.
You pushed out in
Uh,
front. Nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say this was my push was the strongest here of
yeah,
anywhere it was all year. Um, and and it was really important to me like more than almost anywhere here, that I was in front, because I felt like I was in physical danger if I was behind someone. Like my
Yeah.
logic was like the more people I'm behind,
Yeah.
like it's so inconsistent that I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to be the one in front, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to have the risk of someone like
Making a
making
mistake
a
or so.
mistake in front of
Yeah.
me. So it felt like I almost had like a real sense of urgency, um, from like a self-preservation standpoint, to be in the front.
Yeah.
Um, so like I false started a bit more than I usually do through the weekend. I was like real jumpy on the line to get out. Um, so I think I
Yeah.
led everything until semis, and then I got stuck behind Brahms.
Let's see what happened in the semis.
But I kicked out, like I've never kicked out this tight to Brahms ever in my life.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, dude, it's good to see the progression of your push throughout the season, man. Like making some pretty good gains there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like that got me fired up. So then, yeah, it was that me, Brahms, Cole, and Oscar G. Yeah. Um, yeah. So then here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm just tracking. I honestly didn't have expectations to make a move for first.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't, to be fair, I didn't know how close Cole was. I didn't realize he was kind of like right on me. Um, but in my head, I felt very comfortable. Like once I kicked out in second, I was like, all right, if I end up just staying in second the whole way, like
Yeah.
I'll do that. I won't be like I won't make Nick's life a huge problem. Like I,
Right.
I
Yeah.
won't I won't I won't like be a huge inconvenience to him. I'm not gonna like just make dives for no reason. Um, but then we came out of that left into the flat uphill, and I just like felt the pull and I felt the run, and I knew it would be more inconvenient to
Stay behind.
like
Yeah.
stay behind than it was to just commit to the pass. So
Yeah.
I took it there, and then as soon as I'm in front, obviously just run is the idea. Um, and I did get a little shifty. I was trying to sample out some racing stuff in the bottom here, and feel out like poking extra slides just to
Mm-hmm.
sort of stuff Nick up.
Yeah.
Um, like I want the idea being like to send Nick.
Into Cole a bit. Yeah.
No, just away from me.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about sending him into Cole, but like I just didn't want him so tight up on me because I could feel him, like, he's right there. So I just wanted to, like, as I'm turning right, I poke a slide, and then
Yeah.
he has to poke one, and ideally he hits the brakes a little too much and just sort of creates a little bit of a cushion.
Buffer. Yeah.
Um, yeah, which ended up like not being what caused him to crash.
Yeah.
But he ended up crashing. But yeah, I was impressed. Honestly, I was impressed with myself, and I was impressed
Mm-hmm.
with everyone that we like by the end of the weekend were able to
Put it all
like we
together.
were racing,
Yeah.
we were like using racecraft,
Yeah.
on a track that on day one I thought we were gonna need to cancel.
Yeah. It
So
all
I
worked
was
out well. Yeah.
yeah, I was impressed with that. It was very exciting. Like it was really like being tight with people through that bottom section is like really
Experience.
uh it's exhilarating. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it got the blood pressure through the roof.
Nice, man. And yeah, you guys didn't race finals. I've talked
Yeah.
to a lot of other people. It was tricky decision. How did you feel about it?
Um, I mean, I felt bad
Yeah.
like about doing it, but I do feel like we made the right decision.
Yeah.
Um, and I felt like that kind of right out the gate. Um, there was there was a Turkey 2 years ago that I
Yeah.
kept like thinking back on, where like not Turkey this year, but Turkey last year, so 2024 Turkey,
Hmm.
where we were gonna run semifinals, and there was this huge storm coming in over the ridge, and like the wind was just insane, and it was like maybe gonna rain. We didn't know, and we sort of took this vote all the riders, like all 8 of us at the start line, and we voted, all right, we're gonna do it. But it felt like bad. Like I
Yeah.
just remember standing there and being like, I'm not gonna be the one to vote no,
Hmm.
because I don't want everyone to know that I'm scared. But like, man, I
Yeah.
really hope everyone else votes to
No.
cancel this.
Yeah.
And I think everyone sort of felt that way, and no one canceled it. So we all vote
Yeah.
yes. And as soon as we voted yes, the wind picked up like tenfold. And we all just like, we should have been like, all right, it got worse, like we're not running it. But we
Yeah.
all just kind of looked at each other and didn't say anything, and then just got on the line, and we went down, and every single person in semifinal one crashed. I went into the gutter,
Damn. Yeah.
and
I
like
guess.
blew my
Yeah.
arm out, and like Steph hit the hay bales at like 110 k's an hour.
Yeah.
Diego and Bouclier both crashed like on their own. Like it was just like bodies hit the floor, and Steph got really concussed, and
Yeah.
I had like a massive gaping wound in my, like I need to like stitches in my arm.
Yeah.
And I just remember after sort of sitting there and being like, damn, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Well, you guys are
You
playing
know,
chicken with each other. Yeah.
like I knew, like I felt bad when we made that decision, and I
Hmm.
feel like I should have listened to my gut.
Yeah.
And so then we're at the top for this, and I don't know if everyone's explained it, but there was like patch, you couldn't really tell what was wet, what was
Yeah.
dry, and the
Yeah.
road was like unskatable in the wet. And I was just standing at the top, and I felt weird. And then Steph walked up and he was like, "This feels like Turkey last year. Like I have the same feeling." And I was like,
Yeah.
"That's exactly what I'm feeling."
Yeah.
And as soon as I realized that, I was like, "All right, I'm
Voting
done.
no.
Like
Yeah.
this is um like
Yeah.
if I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to learn from these moments, and
Yeah.
and make safe decisions, and do the right thing here, and I just couldn't, you know,
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to do it. And like
Fair.
it sucks because that's the whole thing. Like we want to do it more than anybody. Like
Yeah.
people that were like mad that they were watching the live stream and didn't get to watch finals. Like
Yeah.
I get that, but like I'm way more upset. I flew there.
Yeah. You spend the money, bro.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've been down here for a week, and the whole reason I'm here is to race this finals heat. Like
Yeah.
that's the most important thing here. And so like I get it, but also like, sometimes it's just not worth it. And
Yeah.
like and there's no reason I can find to run a finals heat not at full pace.
Yeah.
Like there's because people said that too. I heard people say that about, oh, well, you could have just been chill. You
Shorten.
could have
Yeah.
just like gone safe.
Yeah. You
And
know you
like
can't. Yeah.
I can't. Like
Yeah.
there's no possible way to do that, because then it's gonna end up with us playing chicken four
Yeah.
wide, and we're all gonna explode.
Yeah.
Like again,
100%.
you
Yeah.
know? Like it's um for me, like the joy of racing is like the competitiveness, and
Yeah.
I love like getting to push myself to that
Yeah.
point that is it almost doesn't exist anywhere else. Like you
Yeah.
you never get to push yourself quite that hard anywhere else. And if I can't do that, I don't really see the point in racing,
Yeah. And it's a
you know?
competition at the end of the day, also. Like, you
Yeah,
want to get out in front. Taking a chill doesn't, it's like the opposite, you know?
yeah. Like like
Um,
like like taking a chill to me is implying like it's just never gonna happen.
yeah.
It's never gonna happen. Because who's gonna take a chill?
No one.
Like someone's gonna have to make the decision to be like, I'm gonna quit,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first one to stand up so that everyone can start standing up so we can go chill. And you're just never gonna get that. It's never gonna happen.
Well, now we've kind of run almost an hour 30. There's also, and there's still a lot to talk about. So we'll definitely need to do another podcast another day. But
Yeah, I would love to.
to round it off, how are you preparing for the 2026 season? New formula, same old, different? Like what are you doing a little bit differently?
Um, I mean, I would say mostly the same formula.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, in the grand sense, like clearly, like I know what works. I know how to achieve progress in
yeah,
an off season. Um, yeah, I don't know. Kind of all up in the air, figuring stuff out like that. But yeah,
yeah,
there's a recipe that I definitely have that has worked, and I kind of just know how to keep it going. There's no like secret formula here. It's just
right.
like
Hard
put in the
work,
work. I know.
hard
Yeah, I
work.
know. I probably want to be a little bit heavier next season.
Yeah.
Um,
How much do you weigh right now?
right now I have no idea.
Yeah,
But like I started last season at like 183 pounds or something.
yeah,
And like I lose weight through the season like crazy. I have a really hard time keeping weight on. But I'd like to start next season, maybe 190, something
be
like
pretty
that. A
good.
little
Yeah,
of that. So just like little things like that. Like just one step better,
yeah,
1% better every day, a little more weight, keep the push work. Um, and I just know like there's, just the experience is there and
yeah.
working on technical stuff and the board is constantly evolving and
Oh yeah. Are we gonna get a pro model board this year? I saw you switched it up, or
um
what are we
um
getting?
no, I don't know. We'll we'll put that one on hold. We'll talk about that one when you get me back on.
All right,
I'll give you that one at a later date. But
all
as
right,
of right now,
yeah,
no, there's nothing in the pipeline.
all right,
Um, so
all right.
it is what it is.
So yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for the interview today. Thank you for making time, and we're wishing you a great 2026.
Thank you, Abuga. Thank you very much for having me, and
Of
thank you for
course,
doing
man.
this. It's a pleasure, and we're all enjoying
Likewise.
the hard
Yeah.
work you're doing.
Thank you very much, man. All right.